Sex, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the speculative interdimensional vehicle, Sex in Space. Its mission, to explore new points of view, to seek out fresh opinions, to boldly go where so many have gone before, and still somehow manage to totally miss the point. Subscribe to Sex in Space, wherever quality podcasts are found.
Hi there, I'm Toshi and welcome back to Sex in Space. We're here continuing to explore sex across all of its infinite dimensions. I hope everyone out there is doing great. Thanks so much for being with us, whether you're a newcomer to the podcast or a more seasoned voyager of our intergalactic journeys. Please don't forget to show your support by liking, rating and subscribing. Your feedback means the world to us. Check out our TikTok and Instagram for more great Sex in Space content. Just search for us using our handle at sexinspace.com. We always love to hear from you and speak with you, so please feel free to reach out in any way that you like. Now let's get into another great interview. For this episode, I had the pleasure of sitting down with Masha Plotkina, winner of the Young Female Entrepeneur of the Year 2020, and founder and CEO of Quinky, an awesome new sex and wellness app designed for Gen Z. In this podcast, we chat all about Quinky, what it is, where the inspiration came from, and what you can find when you use the app. Let's get into it. For all of our listeners, could you maybe start by telling us a bit about Quinky and what it is?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hello everyone. And Quinky is actually like Duolingo, maybe you know Duolingo, but in sex education. So it's a playful and gamified tool that helps you to learn more about sexuality, your body, feel comfortable with yourself. And we do this through games that we create with sexologists. So I think it sounds fun. And we do this for Gen Z, so it's mostly for people from 18 to 24.
And what was the inspiration behind creating this project?
It's actually a fun story because I was working as a teacher for like 8 years and I was a computer science teacher, and maybe it makes no sense why I'm doing sex education now, but actually it's also education, and I was always dreaming to do something in sex, like a sexual podcast about sex education for parents and teachers at school. And it came out that I was accepted to one program in Netherlands that supports startups, and I got a chat with the founder of a very popular dating app. It's called Pure. It's like Field, but it's also focused on sex. And he told me like it's such a huge gap now in Gen Z's education about different things about sex, and it's still such a taboo topic. So everyone is chatting about sex, but in real life it's a real taboo. And I thought like, okay, how can I combine my passion about education, gamification, and my ideas that I would like to make something in sex? And everything came together. So that's how Quinky was born. And this name actually, Quinky, it means combination of two words, cute and kinky. So it's a term that was used on TikTok, and now it's our character that helps you to learn more about sex. But yeah, it's was fun. Like it was 1 year ago actually. Like when I created Quinky, it was at the end of October. So now we have like a happy birthday. I don't know how to say it. Like Quinky was born year.
Wow,
ago.
so it's not been that long. Like everything's happened quite quickly since then, hasn't it?
Yeah, actually, company was incorporated in March 2023, and I took part in this accelerator program like exactly 1 year ago. So it's been a year. Before I had a business and startups, but this one is really a new one.
And is there any particular taboo when it comes to sex and sexuality that you're interested in debunking with this app? We are trying to speak a lot about consent and boundaries because it's very important. Our app is mostly focused on kinks, exploration kinks for beginners. So it's very important to help any people to start with firstly exploring their boundaries and helping them to explain all the stop words and how they can feel comfortable if they explore something new. So we have a lot of games about communication, about actually learning more about your body. So that's like the starting point. As in Duolingo, you start from somewhere, then you explore different levels and you go step by step. So we also will guide you through different levels, and you can become like a kink master, like a blowjob master, whatever, like anything. And you start with the really basic stuff, and it helps you to feel comfortable in the beginning. So that's sort of like what people can expect when they use the app. Is it similar to Duolingo?
So you go through onboarding, you fill in your preferences like your age, what you would like to explore, or you want to improve your sexual life, whatever. Then you let us know what is your sexuality type, like what is your gender as well. And then based on these preferences, you have a feed of different games. It looks like TikTok, so it feels natural. Everyone uses TikTok. And then when you tap on a game, it has step-by-step guidance on what you should do. Now it's only text and voiceover, but in future it will be also illustrations, small videos. And we have also a lot of memes, because I was, when I was a teacher, I was educating computer science through memes, and I believe that if you make a hard topic a fun joke, it really helps you to lower the barrier of this like taboo topic. So we have a lot of like jokes and a lot of fun stuff inside this app.
That's great. I think memes are a really fantastic way of communicating ideas to people, and also having other people share those ideas amongst each other, because it makes it so fun and so accessible, like you say.
That's true. I mean, that's how I explain myself, why I spend so much time on TikTok and Instagram. Like, I am studying memes and I'm collecting knowledge for my future work. So, yeah, that's true.
And what was the reason that you chose to make the target audience Gen Z?
It's actually, it's different things, because I was working with Gen Zs for almost 8 years, so I know how to educate them. I was a teacher, and I really feel the need for them to have some kind of educational tool, because there is a gap in the market. There are a lot of tools for people in like their studies, for married couples, for like therapy-based apps, but there is nothing that speaks on a Gen Z's language. And also, when I was a Gen Z, I had so much things that I wanted to improve in my sexual life, but I had no tools. I only had like really weird, it was like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So I only had like some magazines about sex education, and they were mostly focused on how can I please my partner, what can I do to make a great whatever thing to please my partner, nothing about like how I can explore my body. So yeah, that pushed me to the idea that like a gap in the market, my knowledge about Gen Z, also all the customer development interviews we made with Gen Zs, we found that, there is something that is missing, and we would like to jump in this market with this idea.
And is it something that you feel that people who aren't specifically in that age range could benefit from?
Definitely yes, because now actually we have a lot of people on our social media and people on our communities that join our events. We have sex quizzes, and they're like in their 30s, some people in their 40s, and they also love their wives, they also love the idea. And of course you can join it, but mostly we try to cover topics that are focused on Gen Z's kind of like problems and stuff they have, because let's say people in their 40s and in their 20s have really different health issues.
Yeah.
So of course topics will not really match all the needs of people who are a bit like elder, but we are open for everyone. So if anyone wants to join our events, like feel free, and we always announce them through our social media, so no limits.
Amazing. And do you think you could maybe talk about some of the things that you've learned about Gen Z and their experience of sex education, some of those things that you've learned through putting this together?
Maybe firstly I would like to mention, like I get a lot of questions about like why I'm making something for Gen Zs. They have Instagram, they have internet, like they know everything about sex education. Actually it's a big bias, because mostly education comes from porn, and it's the worst resource of education, because nothing in porn matches real life experience. No one shows actually, my favorite, but no one shows anything about condoms, about protection, how can you make consent fun and sexy? Nothing about that. And that's why, when I was talking a lot to Gen Zs, they are supposed to know a lot about sex, because they have this there are a lot of influencers speaking about sex, but when it comes to real life, it's a huge difference from what actually happening on internet. So I found out like how actually insecure sometimes they are speaking about their preferences in real life. So they want to learn something, they explore a lot of stuff, but still they need some guidance, because if you have just a lot of blogs about sex, it doesn't make a lot of changes, because you need some help on how you can actually explore everything. It's where education comes. So you need some help. You need someone who can make this educational route for you. And another part is that there are really a lot of insecurities about bodies, but it's great that now on social media we have so many companies that try to incorporate different body pictures. And I also love it, because when I was a Gen Z, I only saw this like perfect women with Photoshop skin, and now it's changing. So I see a lot of Gen Zs also feeling uncomfortable about their bodies. That's why they don't want to have any partner, and they want to be focused on studies, on their exams, and they just decide to block this part of their life about sex, dating. They feel a lot of anxiety about dating apps, like it's hard to meet with someone because it just endlessly swipe. So a lot of things coming out. They were also in my generation, but now Gen Zs try to speak up about this, and they try to focus on themselves, on education. But it's not the best strategy, because when you are not exploring your other parts of your life, what I learned with sexologists, it can have a lot of issues on your mental health. It can have a lot of issues, even some depression causes, because you don't feel comfortable when it comes to dating, to exploring your sexual life. So a lot of things. And one last thing also about COVID, because a lot of Gen Zs, when it was COVID, it was the time when they were supposed to go to dates, they were supposed to explore a lot of things, and they were just stuck at home. So there is a term called sex recession, and it actually affected a lot a behavior in dating and sexual life of Gen Zs, because now, even after COVID, they still feel issues, as I mentioned several times before, with the conversations when they meet in person. So that's some highlights. There are a lot of other stuff, but that's what I learned.
So is sex recession something that was directly linked to COVID?
Yep. There is a term, and there are some articles. We went through scientific studies. There is a term that appeared after COVID, after COVID sex recession, actually it's called. So it opened up this market for us as well, because there is an answer on why we doing this Quinky now, because after COVID sex recession also helped us on this.
And I think it's great too to have an app that's so accessible, because it's something that people can do anywhere that they want to do. They can be on the bus, they can be at home. They don't have to be in school to be able to use it.
Yeah, and we try to make it really not looking like, I would say, typical sex educational app, because if you think about sex education, maybe, or sex app, some specific colors even can pop up in your mind. Usually it's black or red. It's very, I know, subjective, but usually people think about sex app that they will see a lot of explicit content there. And we try to make a general feed with very basic content. And if you want some kinkier content, kinkier games, you can switch to this content on our feed. So you can feel really safe if you open this up in a queue, if you're anywhere staying outside in a supermarket, and you're okay, what can I get today from this app? You can feel really safe.
And so I saw in an article as well that you mentioned that there's games for people in couples, but also for single people. So I wondered if you could speak a little bit about that too.
Sure. So we worked a lot with sexologists on this idea, because I'm not a sexologist, so I need help from a person who already has a lot of clients and work in this area. And if you would like to speak about sex with your partner, it would be really great if you firstly know yourself and know your names of your body parts, know what you like what pressure you like how you would like to be touched. So we have games on masturbation. We have games on how you can feel better with your body, body appreciation. For example, there is a very simple game called Naked Yoga. I think a lot of people who subscribed on us, they already saw it on our social media, but you can try to make same exercises in yoga that you usually do, but in front of a mirror and totally naked. And you can do this alone or with partner, but speak about games for when you're alone. And it really helps you to explore yourself in a very different positions, and you are not just sitting and staring at yourself. You're doing different movements, so it's something that can help you in long term to feel better if you are with a partner or partners. So and also it's a lot about education, because if you don't know specific terms, if you don't know how to verbalize some stuff, it's also a problem. So it's educating yourself on different practices, and you can study them without your partner. And then if you like something, you can send a game to your partner. You can send it to your date, if you prefer dating one night stands or something like that.
And so when it comes to like your experience on the app, are you going through and like being suggested content, or you just kind of pick and choose like what you feel like doing? Do you think you could tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So we played with different scenarios. So we tested different stuff, and we had firstly these buttons called I would like to have some sexual experience now, or I just would like to learn something and go all over educational materials. But it didn't work really great, because people would like to see everything what is out on the app. So you jump into the general feed, and there are some hashtags like buttons you can click on, and there you have their buttons: solo, couple play, sex toys. So you can choose what is your mood now. And in future, we'll have an option that you can search in this area, and you can look for specific names or specific topics. And also we like to make this also in future the stuff that you will be guided. So you will not jump directly in the general feed, but we will prepare for you specific games based on your everyday answers in our onboarding. So we will personalize more and more these games, but now it's more basic, because we are early stage, so we're still exploring like what is the best way for us to show you games. So now it will be like you will see a lot of games, and you will have notifications. For example, we were asked by our users, can you send us notifications before weekends, because we can forget that there is something new out there, but before weekends we can go on a date. So can you send us something like stuff you can try during weekends, stuff you can try on Friday if you're going on a date. So that's how it's going to work.
Cool. And so when will Quinky be available to is it going to be available to everyone?
We firstly launch in it's almost for everyone, but firstly we are launching in Netherlands, in the UK, some English-speaking countries where we already have community, but it's really quickly we are going to be available everywhere. And we are going to localize it step by step. So now it's going to be in English, and then it's going to be also in other languages like Dutch, German, French, but a bit later. And just you can now, for example, if you go to our website or join our social media, you can jump into our community on Discord, and we post on Discord some updates on our app. So you can just see in real life, it's like a real life show about Quinky, how we step by step with our community, we explore different things. So you can also join us if you would like to put some ideas about this app, and we really listen to our community. So it's going to be available in next 2 weeks actually on App Store.
Wow, amazing! That's really.
I hope so. It actually depends on App Store, because they ban a lot of apps about sex. But if it's sex education,
I see.
Yeah, it's easier. But if someone from App Store is listening to me, please stop doing this, because we are trying to make a really helpful tool about education. So it depends, on App Store.
And I think depending when this podcast goes out, if you're listening, it could already be out on the App Store. So I would say go and have a look when you're listening. Yeah.
Yeah, and please leave us a feedback, because it's very important. If you think that something can be improved, we really value honest feedback. Like you don't like something, you think that something should be done better, just drop me a message on Discord or on LinkedIn, whatever, Instagram. I am present on all the social media, so anywhere.
And so what kind of price is the app, or is it free to use?
So firstly, it's going to be free for all people, but it's going to be then with a premium subscription for BDSM and kinky content. So if you are interested in some specific games that we designed with our sexologists, it's going to be €6 per month, and we will have packages for a year. So if you pay annually, it will be a bit less. It will be around €50 for the whole year. And also we are going to sell some products like loops and condoms and toys inside our app, but it's going to be done in a different way. So we have Quinky, and it's going to explain you and show you in cartoons and different comics on how you can use these toys. So you can also try different things that you probably never tried, like for anal play, for masturbation. And you can also buy some stuff through our app. But it will be hopefully somewhere during summer. So first version is only going to be focused on sex education and games. It's like a better version of our app.
And in terms of people supporting you in the work that you're doing, obviously giving you feedback and their thoughts about the app and, you know, what they want to see as one thing, is there anything else people can be doing to support Quinky?
I would say it will be really supportive if you are listening to us and you join our Discord community, because as I mentioned, we discuss a lot there, as Instagram sometimes can ban something about sex. So we try not to post a lot of things about what we are doing there. So Discord is a space where you can do everything. So we are making sex quizzes there online. We discuss what topics are really interesting for our community. So if you join us on Discord, if you can write us a feedback there and join from time to time our calls about app and give us your feedback, it would be really great, because it's all about if it's something, if what we are making is really what people need. So yeah, that's will be amazing if you give us feedback. And also, maybe if someone is based in Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and you would like to join our sex quizzes or help me in our PR and promotion activities, it's also cool. I have a t-shirt here. We are going next week to Berlin. I don't know. It's like a local meme. Maybe no one will get it. It's a Leonardo DiCaprio. It's called "Sell Me This Wand." It's from Wolf of the Wall Street, and we call our team the Wolf of the Toy Street.
That's cool.
We're going to a conference where we'll have a lot of connections with different brands and influencers, and just a guy from our community decided to join me to help me to go to this conference. So some people sometimes write me like, can I help you in something? And can we do some kind of like event or promotion? So feel free also to DM me about this.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So where can people find you on social channels?
Okay, sure. So on Instagram, it's quinky.me. On LinkedIn, it's also Quinky. So basically, if you write in just Google Quinky sex education or Quinky Duolingo, you will see a lot of articles about us when we're doing a lot of promotion. On Discord, it's better to join us through our Instagram, because we are not accepting like everyone. So you actually need to fill in the form that you are already 18 or elder, because it's important for Discord, as we share a lot of content related to sex. So on Instagram, quinky.me, I think it's the easiest. On TikTok, it's also quinky.me. And I have my own TikTok with one video, but if you want to see it, it's Masha Quinky. So yeah, everything that comes with Quinky, you can find a lot of our pages. But awesome. Instagram, I think, is the easiest, quinky.me.
It sounds like such an incredible app, and I'm really excited to see it and to try it when it comes out. I mean, so. Duolingo is great, but I think that having one for sex education, like you say, there is a gap, and it's very much needed. And I think it's such a great and fresh way to deliver sex education. So I'm really excited to see it.
Thank you. I hope so. I mean, Duolingo also started from a very simple task. So we are going to change apps step by step. But at some point, I would like to make a collaboration with Duolingo all. So I imagine our Quinky character and Duolingo going to a kinky party, and our character is helping Duolingo to explore sexuality. And I see it's a perfect match. So I love their approach to social media. I hope we will have something like that as well.
Do you have a life-size version of your little character like Duolingo does with the owl?
I tried to calculate how much it's going to cost, and it's crazy. So if anyone is making these toys and you would like to make Quinky, let me know, because it's crazy. It's like a huge investment, and when you're early stage startup, it's crazy. Like we try to make it just on paper, so we just print it on stickers, and yeah, that's it. Usually I go out on different events and I wear a lot of stickers with Quinky. I'm trying to promote it through my clothes and everywhere.
Yeah. Well, if there's any, textile experts out there who'd like to make a life-size version of Quinky, then make sure to let Masha know.
I'm going to wear it everywhere. Like I'm going to a day, to a party, conference, I'm going to wear it. So please.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us on the podcast today. It was really great to chat with you and to learn more about Quinky and the work that you're doing with it. Again, for anyone listening, most likely right now it will be available in the App Store. So go and search it, Quinky, in the App Store, and give it a go and let Masha and the team know what you think about it.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I think it's really great that you are inviting people to speak about sex education, and their sex tech. It's really cool because it's such a taboo topic still in 2023. So let's break these taboos together with other people who are doing something in this area.
We really hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. If you want to find out more about Quinky, you can check it out at quinky.me. Before we sign off, we want to remind you that our latest book, How to Talk with Your Kids About Porn, is now available as both a downloadable PDF and as a physical copy, so you can read it in whichever format you prefer. It covers what you need to know, why you need to know it, the good and bad of online porn, what kind of conversations to have at what age, and how you can help your kids be safe online. You can find it over on our website or at sexandspace.com/books. Please make sure to leave a like, follow, comment, or review wherever you're tuning in from. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, safe travels and see you on the next episode.